ICLEI Africa, in partnership with UN Habitat, UCLG Africa, C40 Cities Africa, hosted the Local and Regional Governments Forum at the second African Urban Forum hosted here in Nairobi. This was a really momentous moment because it was the first time that we had such an event in the African Urban Forum that created space for mayors and other urban practitioners to voice their perspectives, visions, opportunities and bottlenecks in driving transformative change in their cities. We heard from mayors who wanted to articulate transformative change in their cities. There were four key arguments that we heard from these colleagues. The first is that we need to view housing as an enabler of many more urban systems. We need to connect the conversations of housing and urban development with climate, biodiversity, water and sanitation, energy systems, food systems, mobility, public space, and the broader question of city making. We need to be talking about human settlements that improve quality of life and the access to opportunities for meaningful livelihoods for our people. The second point is that local governments are at the intersection of global and national priorities with communities and partners in their jurisdictions. If empowered and treated as partners, they can be systems leaders that bring together a whole set of urban actors as partners in delivering housing at scale. To do this, we need to think very actively about private sector partnership, community partnership, in a meaningful way in which we empower local communities to plan their own settlements and in which we acknowledge that public sector is not going to build houses itself. And we really need to be investing in the micro builders, the small, medium enterprises that are actually building our cities. In order to do this, we need to fundamentally reframe our relationship with informality. We need to understand that informal systems and informal economies should receive investment instead of being relegated or removed. This narrative shift will allow us to actually see a whole set of returns and ensure that the cities that are being created are created from the bottom up. Finally, while we can speak about plans and visions and the need for collective partnership and engagement, we need to ensure that the resources needed to actually transform our cities arrive at local level. And this means we need to improve the consistency and predictability of intergovernmental transfers, but we also need to think more novelly around how we support local governments to develop better own source revenue mechanisms. And this means thinking about land value capture, property tax, and digitization of processes that will actually ensure that resources land where they should. All in all, it was a really valuable space to hear the voices of cities, subnational governments, local governments, and put forward our perspectives for what we need to work on in the next few years.